Are you the type of friend who always says yes to everyone, but deep down in your heart, you wish you had said no? Don't worry, girl, I got you. Hi, Queen. Welcome to Crown Girl, the space where you step into your self improvement era and rise into your highest self. Let's get into today's topic, the power of saying no. Have you ever been invited to hang out with your friends, even though you have something more important that need to be done? Like your assignment were not finished yet. You already know if you go out, you won't finish what you're supposed to do, but you still didn't say no because you feel guilty. You must think like, oh, I'm the friend, I shouldn't ignore them. What if they think I'm selfish? What if they think I don't care about them? And you keep overthinking everything just because you want to say no. But honestly, most of the time, it doesn't even affect them that much, especially if they truly understand you. The real damage happens to you when you keep saying yes. You slowly become a people pleaser. People get used to you being available all the time, and you never set the boundaries you actually need. At the end of the day, you are the one responsible for your life, not them. So today, I want to talk about something that sounds simple but is actually very hard for most of us. Learning how to say no. It is really important to learn how to say no to people. You have to prioritize what you need to do in your life. But the real question is, how do you actually train yourself to say no without feeling guilty? Because, let's be honest, it's not that easy. I will share a little bit about myself. I used to say yes to everything, especially when my friend asked me to go out. We were always hanging out, always doing something together, and every time they invited me, I felt like I had to say yes. If I say no, I feel like I was being a bad friend. There was a point where I started to feel overwhelmed. We were going out so often, spending money so often, and I actually had a goal. I wanted to save money. I had a target for myself, but I kept failing. Every single time I tried to save, I end up spending because I didn't want to disappoint my friends. Does my goal fail because of them? No, it is because of my own decision. So, I was going out, but I felt tired, I felt pressure, I felt like I was forcing myself. One day, I reached a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. I was so drained that I finally said no. But I didn't just say no and disappear. I explained myself. I told them why. I told them about my goals. I told them I needed to slow down. And you know what? The explanation matters. When you communicate clearly, people understand you better. Sometimes they don't even realize they've been overwhelming you. But here's the thing. To say no, you need a strong mindset. When your mindset is strong, you become brave enough to say no. You become confident enough to protect your priorities. This is your life. You are the one living it. You are the one dealing with the consequences of your choice, not them. If you always follow what other people want, your life will start to feel directionless, like you're just moving based on other people's plan. That's why having a strong mindset is so important. Now, maybe you think, but how do I train myself to have that mindset? I haven't built it yet. I'm still not brave enough to say no. Listen carefully. Mindset can be trained. Confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build, and most of the time, it's built through uncomfortable situation. I wasn't brave at first either. I was exactly like that. I was scared to say no. I didn't want to look selfish. But the situation forced me to change. Like, I was overwhelmed. I was not reaching my goals, and at some point, I had no choice but to choose myself. And let me tell you something very important. You don't wait until you're confident to say no. You say no even you are scared. You do it scared. That's the secret. The first time you will feel uncomfortable, but that's okay. But the more you do it, the more normal it becomes. Courage doesn't come first. Action comes first. After repeating it again and again, you will start to realize, oh, nothing bad happened. People didn't leave, and slowly you start becoming braver. Train yourself. The more you practice, the stronger your mindset becomes. Because mindset is not built in one day, it's built through repetition, through small acts of bravery. And one day, you will look back and realize you're not scared anymore. You're just being clear about your boundary, priority, and your worth. So if today you're not brave enough, it's okay. It's just you need to start. Because that's how you build the courage you think you don't have. And yes, some people ask me, what if my friend doesn't understand? What if they keep forcing me to go out? Girl, who cares if they think you're selfish? Are you living your life for their approval? Or are you living your life for your own future? You need to stand up for yourself and ask yourself, are they really your friend? A real friend respects your decision. A real friend understands that you have your own life, your own responsibility, your own goal. They don't interrupt your life every single time just because they assume you're always available. Friendship is not about controlling each other's time. If someone makes you feel guilty every time you choose yourself, that is not a healthy friendship. Remember this, saying no is self-care. It is not selfish. Saying no helps you design your life with intention. It helps you live with self-respect instead of living to please people. You don't have to sacrifice your goals just to keep everyone happy. Make time for yourself and understand this clearly. You don't have to follow what other people want if you don't want to. Life is your choice. You are the one responsible for it. So next time you feel guilty for saying no, remind yourself, protecting your peace, your energy, your goals. That's not wrong. That's we call as maturity. And the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Remember that you're not rejecting people. You are choosing yourself.